Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're gonna feature one of the maybe oldest teams that I do recall from back in the days, like the early seasons, pre-season, season 1. And it has slight change. Previously this team was run with Skarmory instead of Noctowl, but Skarmory kinda has fallen out of favor. Don't know about you, but last time I've seen a Skarmory probably quite a while ago, and Noctowl is everywhere. I think there are multiple reasons for that. Reason number 1 is definitely the change of grass types. The go-to grass type back in the day was Venusaur, Skarmory being a hard wall to it. And nowadays it's Trevenant, and Skarmory takes neutral damage for it. And Noctowl does resist it, so people are going with Noctowl. Also the, well, kinda recent move balances, move changes really helped Noctowl and pushed it a lot. So we have Swampert, Mudshot, Hydro Cannon, Earthquake. We have Noctowl, Wing Attack, when Sky Attack and Shadow Ball, and then good old Sableye as a safe swap with Shadow Claw, Foul Play, and Return. This is, well, as I said before, a pretty old team, so lots of you have probably seen this before. We have Medicham in the lead right here. I'm gonna throw a Hydro Cannon, and then after they did 8 counters, I'm trying to catch right here, and they do not throw. We're trying to catch a Psychic or potential Ice Punch. Both is pretty fine. I don't want to shield the Swampert, but I also don't want to let a Psychic go through. And they bring in Dapple. Dapple is not bad against Medicham, but if you don't bait, then it doesn't do that well in the 2 shields. Especially not if the Sableye has a slight energy advantage. So I just decided, well, how about I shield your paybacks and throw a bunch of foul plays, and yeah, we would have been able to outpace it there. So they no-shield, opponent brings inside. It's kind of scary. Right here they do a nice catch with Medicham, but Medicham had a lot of energy, so I'm pretty fine with this. Right here opponent has to throw the move. They go for the Blast Burn. They had to go for the Blast Burn. And now we come into Noctowl. Noctowl will take a beating from the Blast Burn. However, it is so tanky that even Shadow Zard with Blast Burn is not going to do enough damage. And we get to the Sky Attack. And that is going to knock the Zard out. GG in game 1. Next up, we have a Dunsparce lead. Very uncommon to see that into Medicham. I'm immediately swapping into Sableye. I definitely want to keep switch advantage. Dunsparce in all neutral matchups, kind of lackluster. Only having the option to deal non-stab damage. Opponent goes for Ice Punch. We fully farm him down. And right here, we go for the foul play. Good move timing. Opponent actually ends up shielding that. And I do get to another foul play right here. And now we're farmed down, but we resist the fast move. And we can unleash the Hydro Cannons, and yeah, this is just gonna do a lot, as you are able to see. Opponent's gonna throw Drill One. It's not doing as much damage, and here comes the Trevenant, and opponent is quickly leaving the game after seeing my Noctowl. Next up we have a Lanturn. It's not the greatest lead of all time. You are able to resist and the fast move as well as take a surf, but if you are getting a Hydro Cannon no shielded, this ain't that great, but it's kind of risky for them to just no shield. So we build up to the EQ and then bait them. Now I am gonna go for it. And the opponent decides to shield again. Interesting. And knowing that I will be able to outpace, I am shielding there. I was kind of surprised that my opponent didn't attempt to catch right here. But we're just knocking it out. Alright, in comes a Charm, Ninetales. I am able to get to a Hydro Cannon. This is really important, getting this move off. This does a lot of damage. And then I'm gonna go into my Noctowl. We're gonna take neutral damage from the Charms, but these Weather Balls do a lot, and Poland has their own Noctowl. This is not exactly the greatest position of all time. Switching into my Sableye after throwing the Sky Attack. It's always important to throw a move and then immediately switch if you can, because that will give you the option to have a 0 turn swap. And right here they survive with 1 HP basically. But then they do an undercharge. Don't ask me why. They did it. Maybe they wanted to get some farm and we end up farming it down. Next up we have another A9 in the lead. This one has Powder Snow. I'm gonna throw the Hydro right here. I just want to do some chip damage. And usually I'm just making the call right here. If they Dazzling Gleam, so be it. And if they don't, then that is fine with me as well. Opponent catches on a Trevenant. Good catch, I guess, but at what cost? Here comes the Noctowl, and we're gonna be able to fully farm them down. I don't think you can really save stop Trevenant, especially if there's a Swampert in the back, in the front. You should expect Noctowl, expect a Flyer, expect a Trevenant answer at least. And yeah, now they're kinda in a bad spot. I do decide to shield right here because I have so much energy. And opponent lets it go. And they have a Swampert in the back. We're gonna be able to reach a Sky Attack right here. And I catch their move right here. Knew that they would throw there because if they kept track of energy, they would know that I have the Sky Attack right there and they will win CMP. But yeah, this game is definitely over. We let it go right here. No need to shield. And now we still have a shield. Sableye will get to the foul play. We just shield this no matter what it is. They can't reach a Hydro Cannon and an Earthquake. I don't even know if they could reach a Earthquake at all at this point, but just making the safe play. No need to no shit there. Alright, next up we have Noctowl in the lead, and this is not that great for Swampert unless you are Shadowed, because then it's quite a lot better being able to two-shot with the Hydro Cannons, while as you can see, the non-Shadow Hydro Cannon doesn't really do half of the HP, and yeah, then it's kind of an awkward spot where you can't really much shot this down. And I am gonna go for a farm down with my own Noctowl. Opponent reaches the move, but Sky Attack doesn't hurt too much. We're able to tank it. In comes a Stunfisk. A little bit of lag right there, but I think it was just visual. Opponent goes for the Rock Slide, and then they bring in the Trevenant. Well, I guess makes sense. I don't want to see this against my Noctowl. Opponent shields. And I do decide that I do want to grab their shield as well. Their second shield. And I do get the second shield. And then opponent throws another move right here. We are able to get a lot of farm with our Noctowl right there. It's basically at 100 energy, opponent brings in their Stunfisk. They were energy dry. They just threw the Rock Slide and then switched. So we just need to get there before they can do 10 mud shots. Can Noctowl do it? I think we have the Sky Attack right there. We do. We throw it. And that's gonna be game over for the Stunfisk, and the Trevenant gets knocked out as well. And yeah, that was a nice 5-0 that I got with this team. Overall, this team worked quite well. As I said in the last video, lots of steals in the lead. And Swampert's obviously pretty good versus steel. Yeah. So I can definitely recommend this. I think if you encounter a lot of Noctowl leads, you can definitely think about running Shadow Swampert if you do have it. However, I do like the little more bulkiness that non-Shadow gives in other matchups. For example, against Medicham or the Ninetales. And yeah, thank you much for tuning in. I think I reached like 2,880 with this. like 2 days ago, and then I stopped playing. So definitely a solid team. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and good luck in the bells. See you next time.